What is good, rookies, and welcome to our round 15 review. As we can see, not too great of a round. A 1915 went down around 1500 spots. With Gordon on his bye, what else were we to do other than go down? Let's be honest. But a few bit of pieces of carnage that happened this week. A Whitfield, Sinclair, just Holmes not popping off when we expected. Neither did Smith. There's some underperforming primos, just some failed HIAs, all of it all in 1 week. And then we just missed some big scores. But again, I'm going to put someone else as our top score, and you'll see why. But we had someone really massive pop up who was meant to be tagged, but didn't. But again, I mean, we got around the mark. We're always aiming for around the 2,000 point, with our buy rounds. I think that's pretty healthy. This week, there was just some massive scores, especially when you have your Bonts, your Luke Jacksons, your Dacos all popping off. So if you had all these guys and you faded a Sinclair and a Whitfield, you were pretty happy and you were doing pretty well. So let's just jump into it. Let's just see how poor our team did and what happened. So we were going to VC Sherry into Richards, end up VCing Holmes into Richards as well. The Rucks just didn't get it done this week, so I'm going to jump on them quickly. Sherry and both TDK under 80. I don't expect this to be a theme that sticks. For Sherry, just a dual Ruck setup that had Pitto and TDK, and he just looked exhausted. Just couldn't get it done. TDK, however, spent time forward and didn't even kick a goal. So, given Carlton's current position and how they're trying to bounce back from an absolute smashing from North, I would be very, very worried about Voss's job security, which is a good thing, I imagine, that he needs to go. But hopefully TDK just maintains the Ruck. Like, they tried him forward, wasn't able to do anything. Like, it was just horrid. So, look, we were planning to trade out Gorn last week. Didn't end up doing that because our plan was to grab TDK to replace Gorn. I'm still glad I held Gorn. I'm maybe a bit annoyed I grabbed TDK instead of like a Hewitt, for example. Or even a Bont, even just pull the trigger and get Bont in. So, bit unfortunate. But let's go through the backline. So, Holmes 110. This could have been a lot more. Just spent a bit of the pine in the last quarter. Had some time there. So, just a bit of an ankle issue. Got it restrapped and then off he went. But 110, still very, very nice. Bailey Dale, our first down game for him this in our time owning him, which, again, isn't the worst of things. It was just an absolute flogging from Bulldogs. So they were just dominating it and keeping it in their forward half. And there wasn't that transition ball too much from the back line. I'm okay with this. This is okay. What I'm not okay with is Whitfield being absolutely soft. And not really. He's not being soft. Copped a massive hit. We just wished Bedford kicked it to him instead of having him run onto the ball. Copped a shoulder. Didn't pass the HIA, the assessment, the HIA. So got subbed out. Thankfully, though, what we hope to see happen is that Whitfield, now on his bye, just comes back next game. There are rumours about the 12-day protocol and that the matchup against West Coast, I believe, in round 17, I think, that is on day 12. So we'll see what happens there. But just, unfortunate. Like, we can't really do anything about this, let's be honest. It's just how the game is sometimes. Robertson Mills, very, very good. Roberts moved up to the wing a little bit, still had some influence in the back line. The 95. You want to take that 100%. Mills, what an absolute trade-in he was this week. 121, just looked really, really good. Who knows what we're going to get for an average? Probably around the 105s, I imagine. But 121, very, very solid. And we had Clark. So we ended up taking Clark's score at 65. Now, we did hold Newcomb at the start of the round, hoping Johnson and Clark could give us some decent cover, which would have seen us not making any primo trades. However, I'm kind of glad that we did now because we ended up getting Darcy in. But our midfield, outside of Sinclair, I'm very, very happy. Sinclair got a 65. Just, I don't know what was with the role. You look at the heat map for that first quarter, first half, and it was abysmal. It was literally sitting in a pocket. At least from the Telstra tracker. I don't know if it didn't update properly or anything, but the overall map it didn't even get 20 disposals. It was just shocking. But outside of Sinclair, Richards, awesome again, 120. Green, massive, 136. Dacos, a tags, 157. My goodness, you can't stop that. Again, bit of a quieter game for Shearer, but 95, very, very solid. Cheezel is loving that new role in that midfield, or whatever his role was playing. There were rumours it was forward. I didn't watch too much of this game. I just didn't want to watch TDK and Sherry absolutely just not play well. Very, very good. Dunkley, a nice payback for our shocking score last week, 126. Had 10 tackles. So like GMHPA is pretty good for someone like Dunkley because it just means they can like tally up the tackles, which is awesome. So 126, I performed to Neil. Sorry, Neil owners. And McKercher, a 96. So very, very good for McKercher. This is what we wanted to see. And I'm fairly sure Doherty also had like a 99. So a bit of a bipolar sort of 2 weeks. Last week, it was Kirch and Doc that didn't seem like the best picks, and Bergman seemed like the massive one. And unfortunately, Bergman only got like within the 40s this week. It was a bit crook, but then copped a bit of a shoulder niggle to his bad shoulder, I believe, and just didn't help out. Yeah, so Johnson 32. I'm not sure what these job securities are like on Clark and Johnson and who's there after the buys. We'll see what happens. Boxall and Camp are obviously dead, so is Gray. Hopefully, Gorn being back. Yes, it's against the Wits, but hopefully he can give us at least a ton. Now we've got our 3 rucks all here for the rest of the season. Daniel 91, very, very solid. Somehow I was getting tagged by Chincotta. Like this could have been massive from a Daniel perspective, but Chincotta sat on him, so whatever. Darcy 144, literally hits his break even, I believe. His break even was pretty nuts. So he's going to have a very, very low break even. Is going to go nuts. So if you need to get on him, you get on him now. I don't know how well he's going to perform. Like, you wanted his spike score this week, which is probably why most jumped on him. So 144 on debut with a 121 from Mills on debut. Amazing stuff. We got him McCarthy as well, but hopefully he can do enough in our D6 position. Warner 93, decent. And now Ms. Smith just an 85. So just really unfortunate that Geelong couldn't kick straight at all. It was really, really hard to watch, but it is what it is. Otherwise, day weeks, of course, not names. Hopefully Johnson comes back this week, give us a bit of cover. But outside of that, yeah, can't really do much, can we? We had 83 from Dale, 16 from Whitfield, a 65 from Sinclair, under 80s from Sherry and TDK. Like, if you managed to dodge all of those, like, you were flying. And there were some massive scores this week, as we said. But early trade thoughts, we've got 4. I'm probably not planning to make any trades unless there's... I don't even know who's on the bubble, really. Like, if we were to trade out like a Gray, or I don't even know who we would trade out. Like, maybe there's a Gray out. Who's in the break-even game at the moment? Like, there's no one. Like, Sin, maybe, but even then, like, he hasn't done the greatest of things previously. Like, it's just really hard when we're not looking to burn our trades for no reason. So I honestly think we hold on for the moment. I don't think we do anything. We could sideways a non-playing, and the only person I would do that is probably Dunkley. Obviously, if we kind of get a word that it's not like just concussion, it's something else, you could potentially hop off Whitfield. But again, the run home is just so nice. I think we just hold him this week, in all honesty. But yeah, there's no real early trade thoughts because nothing's going to happen. But that's my week. I'm taking it on the chin. I won a 1995. Like, it's around the mark. We went down a few thousand spots, but top 3%, nothing we can't come back from. Just need all our players firing on all cylinders. Last buy round coming up this week, so we'll be glad to see it over, just so we can have our full team back and really see where we stand. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Not much more we can do because we'll have Smith there. Again, some bad cover here. We really don't have any cover, so we might just pop it this week. But it is what it is. Yeah. Not much more we can do. 4 trades. Could move one down, potentially, like move one person down and try to open up some cash to get McCarthy as a perma loop. But I think I'm pretty happy with where the team's sitting. So we're just going to roll with it. Have 4 in the bank. Obviously, if Mills makes cash or someone maxes out their cash and we can split them into 2 and get some upgrades like a Bont, for example, then we'll do that. But yeah, that's probably going to be towards the end of season anyway. So with that all said, let me know how you guys did this week. Did you crack the 2000s? I saw some 22s, 23s, 24s. even a 25 out there. So let me know how you went. Did you cop all the hits like I did with Sinclair and with Field? Or did you manage to take... Oh, I'm better. I'm fighting off a sneeze. Apologies, just happens. Or did you manage to get a Luke Jackson VC and a Bont and a Dacos? Apologies for the weird cuts. Absolute sneeze attack. Love life. But with that all said, let me know what you did, how you went, all that fun stuff. We're going to jump in to see how our game day squad went, because I have not checked in with this. We're going to jump into our private league first, and we're going to see where we're currently sitting. So for the season, we're sitting 5th. What did we do for the round? Oh, we did okay. We did okay. That's delicious. Very nice, mate. And Hex. Very good, guys. Well done. See, I'm like literally middle of the pack almost. Damn. But sitting 4th overall. 5th, sorry. 5th. No, don't want to take it away from Cheezels, but doing very well, guys. X is up there. Baz is up there. Joe, very, very good, guys. Again, if you guys haven't joined the league, you don't even have to have used Rookie as your promo code. Come in and join just for a bit of fun, just so we can keep tabs. Outside of that, again, there is the referral code you can use here. If you want to use it, just grab a few extra packs to help. Go for it. Otherwise, these massive scores for contender for this round. Really, really nice. Still it's off early. Whoa, look out. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, with that all said, if you are part of Game Day Squad, make sure you let me know what your best card is currently that you have in your contender team. Because I think my best card, I mean, we have Prestia. I don't even know how well he did. The scores haven't updated, I don't think, on some games. We kept Dawson our midfield. He's on bye. Eesh. That's wild. Very, very well. Oh, it's open. Oh, it's already open. That's why I can't see scores. Rookie. What a rookie mistake. I think our best card is probably the Luke Jackson and a Jack Steele. But they didn't pop off this week. So it's just really unfortunate. But we're going to see what we can do in the trade block. Going to see what we can do to get in some good players. I know there's a Heaney in here we have to get in. Just doing really, really well. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do like and subscribe. And hey, even turn the notification bell on just to make sure you're notified when videos are uploaded and when you can join in on the live action as well, such as After Dark. So thank you to all those that came and said hi. All right, last of the bye rounds. We can do this. We're going to get through it. And then it's back to 22 where we may just feel all the chaos of what our team is currently. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you soon.